Come on in, family. Come on in, light beams. Hey there, welcome. Today I wanted to talk about a feeling that I've been getting as I've been, um, as you know, I live in Virginia, and um, feeling lately um, really, really strong feeling of um, the ancestors. And I feel close being by the water and actually living by the water. And lately here, I've been feeling something else along with that. And I wanted to come on here and talk about some things that I've been seeing with my own eyes. And as I explore this part of the state that I live in, the peninsula, what what notions, what am I getting from it? Because I am empathic and I do, uh, well, all Black women have the most deepest intuitions and the most um, clear uh, intuitions. So we sense things, but because of what we've been through, the trauma that we've been through as Black people. Good morning, Grand Rising, sister. Because of what all the things that we've been through as a people, uh, a lot of we have been weakened into a state of where we don't know ourselves, we don't rely on ourselves, and we don't trust ourselves. We believe things outside of ourselves. And it takes so much away. It takes so much power away from us that it makes us rely on other sources for that power. Yes. They say, one thing that gets me is they say lately, okay, after all the hard things that has happened and started in this state, they now want to say Virginia is for lovers. You know, they want to say that Virginia is for lovers. But what we tend to glaze over is what is love? What is true love? And I talked about that on my last video because it's critical to the foundation of our understanding of what love really is. Because people are going to throw around the word love because they have the knowledge of something. They have the knowledge of something, but not the knowledge, not the capability of following through with what is true, what is real love. Because to do that is a threat to them, to utilize real love, true love. So they utilize a fictional, deceptional love. So Virginia is for lovers right now. And as you know, what kind of love you gotta ask? You gotta ask what kind of love? What kind of love will glaze over the hard things that have happened to one group of people but will announce only about their own heart, only about their own heart. And our hearts are not, mind you, our hearts are not hard things for them. Because when you understand that what is done to one person from their perspective, what is done to one person from their perspective may not be a bad thing for them, because if it's not done to you, then they cannot survive, mind you. If it's not done to them, it's a sense of survival. So what I sense now in Virginia, because this upcoming week is a big event going on called Something in the Water, um, it's got me thinking lately. I've been thinking a lot, and I've been seeing things lately. I've been seeing a lot of a lot of cohesiveness between black and white, you know. And in that cohesiveness, you have to say, what was the cohesiveness before? You know, where was the cohesiveness before? So there's got to be something, there's got to be something to it. Okay. Bear with me, family. Okay. So now they're doing this big event for called Something in the Water. But along with this big event called Something in the Water, because a lot of black people, a large number of black people are participating in this, you know, the first thing I hear is free AIDS testing, free HIV testing, free autoimmune deficiency testing. And that rings a bell to me. That rings a bell, the alarm for me, you know, because we all know, we've all pretty much know what these diseases come from their parents. So why are you gathering a large amount of black people, having a commercialized black man who, you know, I don't take away from him being talented. I think he's greatly talented. I love all his music. I love our black music, but our black music is not music anymore. It's been washed. It's been weakened. So although I enjoy it, I'm not falling into nobody's traps. I don't, as a black woman, I don't fall into anybody's traps, you know, with anything, with anything. Not even the things that are said on YouTube, you know, because we have to beware of what the why is. We have to beware of what the why. We have to question why and understand the intentions behind them. You know, always question why. It's very critical because I'm sensing some things around here. A lot of gentrification, a lot of wiping out. You know, Virginia's a lot of history, you know. And I will never forget, and I don't forgive. I don't forgive devils. I don't forgive devils. So, yeah, always definitely, as Wiseman, definitely always question and be observant to your surroundings, because my surroundings have quickly become, you always got to know that there's always going to be a hidden hand doing things constantly on the road. It's constantly doing something behind the scenes where we can't see. Hey, Seven Queen for Knowledge, welcome. And we need to have our eyes open wide when we're out here and looking around us and see exactly what is going on. You know, the unseen. See, we're not blind. We're not a blind people. But things are happening underneath our noses every day. You know, out here. People, you see, our people are brainwashed out here. A lot of our people are brainwashed, and they are falling into some kind of trap. It's a trap, I sense. And definitely autoimmune immune deficiency. I mean, we have to beware of everything. Our own people are what we call sellouts. You know, there's, I keep forgetting his name, and then I say it wrong sometimes. Kanye West is coming. The one that said that slavery was a choice, the one who's married to the animal. Animal meaning animated, no soul, soulless ones. They just move about to survive. They just move about only in survival. That's what we were taught. We were taught that survival is the key, which isn't for us as a people. But either way, that's neither here or there. That's more in a deeper discussion, and I did videos in the past on that situation. But yeah, they got us in a state of delusion, and our music is not even good. Our music is not even that high vibrational that we need. We got they got Gwen Stefani. They may have Madonna. Who knows? But and they have Sis, one beautiful black sister that I know of. I don't know whoever else they've invited, but um, the music and the movies that we've been getting by Jordan Peele, we have accepted low quality. We have accepted low quality art. We think it's high quality because the white man accepts it. Well, we have to beware of what he's doing with it, with our things, and with our you know, half of our people believing or falling for that. So it's a big corporation. So the corporation is coming to Virginia. And I sense as I drive around the neighborhoods are all white. Neighborhoods seem white to me, you know, here in Virginia, you know. Yes, music praises. Well, music is money. White man has made music money. Um, what's her name? Cameron? What's her name? The one that used to be on Good Morning America with Al and them. Um, she's pregnant by a white man that's in the music industry. You know, she's married, secretly married him. Um, yes, they think it's something. They think it's something. Yeah. See, I had just completed my degree in interior design because I love, you know, but majority of my education was dealing with a lot of, I guess, a lot of restoration, you know, but that's what I do. But I like to design from the ground up, you know. I like to design from the ground up. I'm a creator from my imagination, not, you know. So it's it's just crazy that how our people fall for a lot of traps, you know, here. Um, who knows what other females are coming, but I do know that it's white and black, and it's for a purpose. It's white and black for a purpose. Everything's been white and black for a purpose, but when black people get killed, it's just black. You know, you just only have black leading the back. But they even that they have started putting protesters, white protesters, in the mix of that. It's all for survival. It's all for survival. You know, it's all for their survival. After they get, yeah, everything is for their survival because it's all about survival. That's the name of the game. That's that should be the whole title of the game. That should be in New York on the billboard. You know, the game is survival for the fittest, and the fittest is the one who has the most money in this world that we're in, because we are physically, we are biologically, we are naturally in nature. Nature, the natural selection will always be the dark skin. That's natural, not and not just the dark skin, because you got dark skin other entities, but will always be those of the ether, those of the true thick blackness, the goo of it, the melanin, the goo, the black substance. So so they are promoting so much out here that by the time you see it on TV, it's already been done, because it's already been done. You know, like I was saying about the movies, we settle for just what we see. There is no substance. There is hardly but little substance in his movies. He doesn't give us enough It's not enough for me within, it's just not enough, I feel like, in his movies. It's like the surface. He hits on the surface, Jordan Peele hits on the surface. But I like deepness. Don't just show me the surface, the skin, you know. Okay, they said the chat disconnected. But like I said, what's coming is going to be beautiful for us as a people. Okay, you had to refresh. Yeah, so it says it's connected back again. It's going to be beautiful for us because we've already had the destruction of our world. So common sense, not common sense, but logic would have it, because that's what they're putting out is stuff from their mind. So when they say to us destruction, bombing, all this stuff is coming, we have to think that they know that their time is numbered, that it's going to come a time when they're going to feel the fight. That's what they're putting out. It's not about us. And we are in these churches thinking that it's about us, but it's not about us. Mm-mm. Nothing to do with anybody going out and sinning or doing this and doing that, because they kill every day. They kill every day. They kill every day. They kill potential. They kill every day. They've killed a people. Everything they do is death unto us as a people. And it's been that. It's been that. What we don't understand is that our own powers are at work for our good. Our own powers are at work for our own good. They would have us think that some white man in the sky called Daddy Jesus is making things possible for us, but it's our own mind. It's our own energy. It's our own power. The time is now for us to regain our skills and rebuild and heal the earth. Exactly. Exactly, ex-husband. Exactly what I was that's my thing I get, is that we have to heal the planet and rebuild. We have to get back what was taken from us. A lot more has been taken from us from within ourselves. And meditation, and also you can practice the mind power. That's how you know what's going on in the atmosphere, the energy. If the energy is high, then chances are you have a lot of your natural abilities that are coming back to you. You know, like you thinking about a person a lot, and then you end up seeing that person. That happens to me all the time, all the time. It never fails. You know, all the time. It's happened to me even more lately, even more stronger. Even more stronger. Or I'm driving and I'm feeling some kind of way about the car in front of me. And the car in front of me ends up going the same place I'm going. they end up going the same place I'm going. It explains, you're sensing something and it's getting explained. Why? You're finding out the answer to what you're feeling towards it. I've always had that as a child. But when I feel something, I am going to always make people aware of what I said. Yeah. And I think that it's a sign of where the planet, of how this place we live in upon is evolving. And we are rolling with it. The chariots have, lately, they've been really low, and they've been casting a shadow over me, over my car. Sometimes I thought, why is it getting dark? Okay, I'm driving in my car and it's moving lower over me like that. And I'm like, I can tell it's just over the area where where I am driving, me. And yeah, very, very low. And I look up, and I'm looking at other people, like in other cars, and they're just going on with their conversation like nothing is a big deal. People, and I'm like trying to get verification from them. This is something not right. But they just think it's a cloud moving over, you know. But this happened twice to me so far. Twice. So I'm really sensing some things. For one thing, I hope, hold on, let me get it because my battery's about ready to go dead. All right, I got it fixed here. Yeah, got my battery on. He said people don't care. You can show them. They have no idea. Yeah, they have no idea. Like, it's like they don't care. But anytime, I mean, it's just the greatest feeling, and that's why I'm telling you all that it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be love. It's going to be grace. It's going to be renewing, restoring. There's two sides to the story. There's always going to be two sides to a story. We live in duality. We live where there's good and bad. And we got to believe that. We got to see that. We got to understand that. But in our world, as Black people, we don't have that division. And it's because what's naturally and within us, we don't have that. That's why we're not the ones who went and grabbed up people and enslaved them. We're not the ones that did that. You got to know that. You got to know that. You got to see that. You got to stop believing what they need you to think for their survival. You got to stop it. You really got to stop it. You know. I was telling someone, Seven Queens for Knowledge, that I was telling someone the first so-called Christian song was Swing Low, High, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth. Yeah. Yeah. I like the one, there's a video, I think, and he did a video on the chariots and the slave trade and what, the how what it really was. And when they talk about worship, they're talking about worship for worship, you know. So our reality is becoming clearer, you know. I know I'm an extraterrestrial on this planet, you know. I know that I am higher, a higher being, existence of a being, and all lower things are just animated. All lower things below me are just animated to move about in such a way that they're controlled. We're not controlled. You know, that's one thing about it. We're connected. We have a connection. So there's a difference between being controlled animatedly and having an innate nature to do as will, freely. This is why they have to feel like the android, the animated being, wants to control the natural being, but they can't. They can't. Nature is always going to sift through the cracks and break open wide deception, deception that we have to do. So, but yesterday, like I said, it was looking, you can just feel it in the air when you're out. If you're really out and you're in tuned and you're meditating, you can get all the information you need, all the sense of your surroundings, because our surroundings are changing while we're talking. Our surroundings are changing while we're sleeping, while we're unaware of it, because we're falling for the okie doke. Okie doke. No. Anytime you have to get a loan to open up a black business, it's a trap. There are ways around it. Because I was just thinking about it. America is built on fraud. Mm. So everything they do is fraudulent. Everything they do is fraudulent. You cannot break a habit. You know, they do not. They will not break the habits. It's only going to go from one extreme to another. You know. For one thing, their businesses rely on slave labor in other countries. And then they bring those quality goods over here and they put a big name on it, Gucci or whatever you want to call it, Gucci bags, you know the name brand, the various different things, and they high price them. You know, gold is naturally made, and they high price it, but it's hard to get. It's a death sentence for many of these young boys that they force to go out here and dig for gold. You know, in Africa. Yeah, America is a corporation. You know, definitely. Anything that we do in this corporation, but separate from it, is part of the corporation. But if we separate from it, that's not corporation. Separation from it is the key. Is the key to our survival as a people, because we don't have the same survival needs as they do. Luckily, you got to realize, when I say get off meat for Black people, I say get off meat for Black people so that we're not dependent on, we don't have a survival need that can be manipulated, and we be suffering or controlled by it. See, they're naturally controlled. They got to have meat. Majority of the beings on the planet that are not Black, they need meat. So if something was to happen where meat was in despair, where we couldn't get it, then we would be controlled along with the other masses. We would be controlled. But to strengthen our resolve, to strengthen us, is a suggestion that we get off meat, because meat do nothing for our bodies. Protein's a lie. And we don't realize that eating death is bringing about death for us. But because it's not conducive for our bodies, as we need other things for our bodies. Makeup of our biological makeup of our bodies. But we've been lied to. Now, meats break down our body's defenses. It doesn't lift up our body's defenses at all. So this is why we have pollen issues. And for the men, the Black men who are out here with these Caucasian women, you're more apt to have a lot of issues as far as pollen, seasonal changes, because the more mucus, and they're nothing but a mucus. Caucasian women and men are nothing but mucus. So it's their nature to take in mucus, to take in dead things. But for us, we end up having horrible, horrible issues. And it's because pollen cleanses the planet. Pollen cleanses whatever. You notice you sneeze. They used to say in the ancient times that sneezing was getting rid of the wickedness out of you. Yes, it's cleaning. It's cleaning. And I notice that when I don't eat meat, or I don't, have no byproducts of meat, of the animal, I am way better off, way better off. It'll make you on an island of your own, that you're less dependent upon meat for survival. It's all in our minds when it comes to meat. It's all in our minds. Food, period, is all in our minds. We've been programmed to think a certain way. And once we break that thinking, all is well. All will be well. Whenever we break the thinking, this disparity we've been put into, all will be well. Health wise, everything. You know, I don't even see, you know, if you are black and you have a certain amount of anger in you, your anger should be taken out on in this manner, not wanting anything to do with the corporation. As about as clean and clear as cut as that's the best way your anger can work for you is not participating in the corporation. And it starts spiritually because then you got those who say, well, I need money, I need this, I need that. Yes, those things will come to you, but it comes to you once you disconnect spiritually, mentally, and then work on the physical. Because the power within starts spiritually. The power within starts spiritually. That's when you're doing the magic. That's when you really truly trusting yourself within. You know yourself. You trust yourself. You know. They said there was one video where it was titled that Ghana and Guinea gave 2 million to rebuild the Notre Dame. They love playing mind games with us, mind games. So that's really not, at first I was angry about it, but then I realized I can't believe everything I'm told. And what's the why in sending out that information? What's the intentions behind it? What good does it do us, anybody? You know. So we think about that. Yes, the wicked place, very wicked place. 17 food knowledge, very wicked. Mhm. So my thoughts are never together. I know there's something I wanted to bring up. Um, yeah, but I don't believe that Ghana did that, and I don't believe that Nguini did that either. I don't. I don't think they did that. You know. Thank you, Seven Queen, for knowledge. But yeah, beware of Virginians who are going and people from other places that are coming here to this concert. I never go to concerts, you know. Um, the music is just not what it used to be, and it's put at a level for the white man and white woman. Of course, they're coming in and they're singing our music. They're coming in and being pulled into you know, our world for their own survival, of course. For their own survival, of course. Hey, Gab Talk Media, welcome. Yeah, yeah, they're being pulled in only to benefit their needs, you know. And it's like our needs have always been blended in, or pretty much, how do I say it? Our needs have been, yeah, covered up. Like they've changed. Okay, our sexual needs are different than the Caucasian sexual needs. Their sexual needs is to fulfill some selfishness. Let's put it that way. Our needs is as a whole for the community. It's not, but we've been taught that it's for satisfying each other. Okay, we can take that and examine that and break it down and look at that. And okay, so we've always, okay, the higher, when we want to take it higher, because that's a low understanding of sex. The higher, greater understanding of sex is it's for not just selfishness, but it's for manifestation for the community. It's for building, it's for, um, you know, what you do matters. What you do matters because what you do brings to life things. And we're taking it from a low perspective. And it's producing dead things. It's producing dead things. And it's frustrating, very frustrating, because you can see it every day we see it. Mhm. And a lover is one who gives justice, who gives honesty, and truth, reciprocity. You know, let me get this back up because I stand by my aunt. I stand by my aunt. The principles, not the law of the land, but my aunt, the laws of truth, balance, order, harmony, justice. Justice is a big one, you know. And that's our love, as Black people, you know, in a community together. If we were in a community together, which me and S. Wiseman is trying to put together, and we will put together, and it will happen, is our village, because it takes a village. It takes a village to heal, renew, and manifest um, greatness, goodness, purity, back to our people again. Not where we're, you know, full of deceptions, underhanded things going on in this place that we're in. It's just too much, like my friend would always say, it's too much, and um, yeah, just gets to be too much because we think we're getting education and we're not getting anything. We're getting a low grade of everything, but we accept it. We accept We accept it because we got a roof over our head. Now I gotta find a way to get my roof from out of the hands of the devils. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta find a way to get my roof from out of the hands of the devil. We get food. Now I gotta find a way to get pure, natural nutrition for myself because the food that they feeding me is not food that I can accept. It's not. My body is just reacting in such a way against it, evidently. So, but we allow them to call these diseases, and we accept our disease, these disease. When we eat more, and we build on that disease, you know, or we continue doing the same things that is feeding a bad habit, the bad habits. So, I really I really feel because I've been hearing a lot about DC, and I sense it's happening in Virginia really badly. That it is moving up. It's moving up. Mm. And you all can see it. You already been talking about it, and you can see it. I know this God talk. You talked about it, and that was deep. I was like, yes, I see it here. Biggest day. I go around and it's not, I just, it's not like I knew what it was like here before because I was in the military. So I was around nothing but, you know. So, but I was, it was kind of like, I don't know. Just, I want to say that perhaps, you know, things are going as they have planned, you know, and I see that. Yeah. And then, as Wiseman was talking about, a lot of these places, you can see that where they wouldn't give building license coding uh, certifications to a lot of black people to do certain things to their houses. But now that those black people are not in their houses anymore, white people have taken over their houses, they are allowed to do whatever they want to do coding wise. And this little details like that should say a lot. Should say a lot. And I see majority. I wanted to talk about majority of the people that are coming to perform and something in the water are married to the other. Majority of our singers, our rappers, they're married to white people, Caucasian people. Missy Elliott, I didn't know at the time, but now it explains so much to me of why her video, you know. So there's no pride and no building of blackness, you know. And I talked about the other night about the white girl who says, "Why am I so obsessed with black people?" And I brought this up. She calls herself wanting to help black people because her brother was a half breed, basically a white man in tan, because he came from a white woman. So white man in tan. So um, she saw fit to help us by marrying a black man and having reproducing with this black man. And now she's a white Muslim. And but she helped the black community in some form or shape. And I said, why couldn't she marry a white man, have white children, and help the black community to liberate ourselves in that manner? You know, why take away from our community time and time again what has been done over and over and over again? Um, she is. Let me bring up the name. Her name is Samantha Dixon. Samantha Dixon. She did a video on why am I obsessed with black people. Kind of what how do you say it? You showing your obsession, but at the same time you speak how I forget what you call that. Yeah, her video is why am I obsessed with black people? But yet she don't get it. She doesn't get it. She's showing the action, but and well at the same time she might as well be saying she is obsessed with destroying us, you know. Because what she has done is she has created a child of confusion to bring into the community. Another 10 female, 10 white female to our community with the disease mentality, with the disease mentality. So what, you know, what do we do? You know, because we're not forcing the disease mentality. We're not forcing disease upon them. You know, we're not making them eat things that are not of their nature. You know, and I can't be on here too long because it sounds like my children and awakens and you know a lot of interruptions will come along with that. So family, until next time. I'll probably have to come on late at night So until next time, true love, real peace, and the higher self within, the soul. Always remember the I, the me, and the self outside of ourselves. The energy force that we need to connect with to overcome the nonsense that we endure every day. Until next time, family, peace.